Today's goal is to really review and practice a lot of the typography techniques, tools that we learned in this unit. So we're going to start off with the creating outlines. To create outlines, simply have your text, then with your selection tool activated, not your type tool, go up to Type, Create Outlines. That's going to turn this into a picture. Afterwards, you do want to ungroup it just so you could have each letter individually, and you're going to make the word falling look like it's falling, like the example here. For part 2 of our practice, we're going to work with our Type on a Path tool. Remember that to use the Type on a Path tool, you have to start off with a path, meaning you have to make a shape. In this case, we're going to need 2 circles because Astronaut Academy is going left to right, but outside the circle, and then since 1990 is going inside the circle. So I'm going to make one circle. I'll make it a bright color so we can see, and then make another one. So to use the Type on a Path tool, I can simply hold down my Type tool, click Type on a Path, click on the shape, the color will disappear, and type out the word. So I wrote the second one on my second circle, the since 1990, but I'm going to have to change the orientation. So I'm going to zoom in super close here to show you. But when you do Type on a Path, you're going to get multiple little dots or lines that allow you to change the order. You can do this with the direct selection tool. It's my recommendation. What you would like to do is go to the middle line. So I have my start line. If I move this, it's where it starts. This is the end line. And then there's one in between, that's your middle line. This one, if you click and pull inward, it's a little buggy, so just be careful with how fast you move your mouse, but it'll allow you to move the orientation to be in this inside of your circle, which is much more appropriate given the design we're creating. Okay, and that's all you have to do for this one. Just recreate the type on a path for the 2 circles. Now the next thing we're going to do is use the area type tool, but you're going to have to create a shape first. So I'd like you to create a butterfly. And the way I made the butterfly is with 2 ovals overlapped, a circle, and a square. And that's how I made it. So I'll speed through this part. You can use the example here if it helps you out. But basically you need a little bit of shape builder. If I were you, I would just select both shapes with holding shift, going to the shape builder, just dragging between the 2 shapes. Once you have one wing, you can copy and paste to make the second one. And remember to reflect, we go up to Object, Transform, Reflect. Okay, and you can make the butterfly any color you want. So I have the base of the butterfly as well as both wings. Keep the wings separate because you're going to put one fact on one wing and one fact on the other. We're going to use the area type tool. Now remember the area type tool is not default, so we're going to have to go searching for it and drag it here. I have mine already dragged. Now, what you want to do is make a copy because remember, when you use the area type tool, all colors gone. So I'm going to hit copy paste and put these wings down here. Now, this live type is ready for you. You can highlight it, go to edit copy, take your area type tool, click up towards the top of the wing, hit paste, and then I can center it, make it different fonts, whatever I'd like. Okay, do the same thing with the other wing. Okay, now since I made copies of the wings, I can drag them up and send them to the back so they're underneath the fact and I can still have a color behind my fact. Okay, now the next section has you using the envelope distort we learned. Now remember, to do this we have to activate our shape, go to Object, Envelope Distort. The first one is Make with Warp, the second section is Make with Mesh, and the last section is Make with Top Object. Just make sure that these shapes are in fact on top of your type. Now the last section here is to thread and wrap text. So I've given you a raven and the poem The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. And for you to do this, you're going to have to thread 2 columns of text. A reminder to thread, we just select our text, click on the little plus sign on the bottom, and then simply click somewhere else. Now, if we feel like the poem is not fitting, we can make each one of these just a little wider and a little taller so that the whole entire poem fits. Once we've done that, now we're going to wrap. So to wrap, we need to make sure the shape is on top. Bring to front. Now when I select both, I should be able to go to Object, Text Wrap, Make. All the instructions are here on the top of each section in case you forget a step. And arrange the raven to make sense in the poem. When you're done with that, you're done with your review. Good luck.